you
find Dad?
Yeah, I found him.
Oh, honey, it's been a long ride.
So how was your first ride in a Filipino taxi?
Good, it's pretty long. You guys live a long way from the airport.
You can give him a little bit of a tip. That's
Yeah,
okay.
because it's a long,
Salamat.
Thank you, Manong.
$7.50.
Yeah. We went all that way for only $7.50.
Four of us.
Welcome to our
Humble. Warm in here.
Mabel was trying to clean up everything around here, but I said, don't worry about it. They know well, I figured you know I'm a slob, so.
The movie star slob, huh?
Well, it's
Gotta be a bigger star so we can afford a maid.
So what do you think of riding the train?
I like it.
You like it? You wouldn't like it during rush hour. Plus, you can't really relax because you always have to worry about
it's kind of nice not to have to worry about doing the driving.
Yeah, and it gets you where you're going fairly quick. This is the best station to get on though because it's the last one, so usually you can get a seat.
This is kind of equivalent to a subway, only you're above ground, huh?
Artigas station, Artigas.
So how you feel about your first ride on the MRT?
I thought it was kind of fun. I enjoyed it. I'm sure if you did it every day it would get ordinary, but for us, we don't have this back home, so it's fun.
Street around here.
Yes.
You could get run over really easily.
You need more trees to clean up this pollution, this air.
Yeah,
More trees to clean up.
the air is pretty unbelievable around here, huh?
Yeah.
So this is your second ride in a taxi in the Philippines. So far not so bad, huh?
No.
Pretty crowded. It'd take you a while to get used to this.
In the US, if you use your horn, people think that you're being rude and you're angry, but here it's an important safety function because you have to let people know where you are, because the way people drive and so close together.
The guy looks real in the back, but it's just a statue.
Well, let me out, let me out.
How many men were working on this when they built this place? Because they didn't have machinery either. How did they build this? Without machines.
This is called an FX.
Now, is that like a school outfit too?
Yeah, those are school uniforms.
This obviously doesn't look like
Okay.
Bismarck. This city.
Because our universities
This city
could
obviously
use
doesn't look like
uniforms.
Bismarck.
No.
You don't have to look very far to tell I'm not
In
back
in
North
Bismarck.
Dakota. You'd think they put a little out of sight though. Or put a little barrier around there, you know,
a little
partition.
taller barrier.
A little partition. The way these guys go between cars on these motorcycles, I guess they get around quicker because look at how he's getting ahead of all the cars. So these things here, they're kind of, what are they, like a city bus? These jeepneys, they have a certain route. These jeepneys,
Yeah.
they have a certain route. And
The jeepneys have a
and they
server.
tell you on the side what their route is.
What do you think of this city so
I'm
far?
sure they've seen. What's interesting? I'm sure they've seen Americans before. Yeah, it's definitely different from what we're used to.
Travis, this is beautiful.
Take that silly burger, one of those.
Yes, sir.
My dad has to try Tropical Hut because he's really in the mood for a burger. I've never even tried Tropical Hut. How's that hamburger?
Not bad. This is their new burger. It's a spicy burger. It's kind of hot.
What'd you think for your first day?
It is completely different than Bismarck, North Dakota.
There's so many people.
Do you like
So
it
many
from what
people.
little you've seen of it?
I do like
I do.
it. It's just different.
I do. It's different.
A lot of pretty girls, pretty young women, a lot of them. Some of which, like they said, you see with older white guys. I guess I'd be at home here, huh? I'm an older white guy.
We got a lot more to see of this country, so we'll see what you say.
It's interesting.
I'm sure you'll see a lot of interesting things. I gotta make sure to deposit my firearms before getting on the plane.
Where do you go? Where do you go? Out of this empty space in a vacant place I'll stay. I was sure that I found it. I was up on a cloud. All the others were grounded. Everybody keep on fading out.
That's a school, huh? You get a job teaching here, Mom.
Would you like to teach at that school, Mom?
Yes, I would. It looked like an interesting school. I liked the uniforms. I liked how they came out of. They were right out in the yard, in the building, and it just looked like a good place to teach.
I mean, it's just an interesting looking place. All the buildings are different.
This is beautiful.
These are nice rooms. Look at here. You can get some good photos of the city from out your window here. That looks like an elephant.
Yeah, that's cute.
This is an interesting looking place.
Oh.
This is an interesting looking place. This almost feels like this isn't a regular mattress. It's not one of them, what do you call them, Posturepedic?
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. I mean, it's different. It doesn't feel like a regular mattress.
That side. I guess it didn't look like here.
Iced tea, is that any good? I'm not a tea drinker.
It's good.
You guys want mine? I don't know. I don't normally, I could taste it, I suppose.
Here.
Somebody
Go ahead.
drank one
Taste it.
already.
Here's mine. Go ahead and taste it.
Somebody
It's
want
good.
mine?
Let me just check because our bag is already in the other room.
That ain't bad. I don't normally drink tea, but this is good.
This is your first time riding a jeepney, huh?
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't a bad ride, was it?
That was kind of fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
I'm not defined by what I buy, but what's inside my heart and my mind. I'm not defined by what I can buy, but what's inside my big heart and mind.
That's pretty cool.
That was cool.
5 people on that little thing has the power to haul us 5 guys around. A lot of power in that little thing.
Normally, you can see the volcano really well from here, but it's covered in cloud today. But we're here. This is an interesting experience, I think, for my parents. My parents are experiencing a lot of firsts this week, and I think it's great. This is the first time that either one of them's been outside the United States. And it's not like me where I've traveled so many different places and gotten to have so many different really interesting experiences and all these opportunities. I'm glad that for my parents, even if it's fairly late in life for them, that they get the chance to finally do something like this and just experience another culture and see different things that they've never knew even existed.
I think it is a very beautiful place.
Mom's buying a magnet
For school.
for school. Are you going to tell your students about the Philippines?
Yes. The volcano is going to be part of my science lesson.
Okay, very good. Mekanong pusa. Libre? Libre. Bira lang.
What a pretty cat.
Yeah.
Is it your cat?
No?
They-
I'm my auntie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a cat that's
Big.
4 times that size.
Oh, really, Mom?
Yes. She's about 17, 18 pounds.
Wow.
She's a very spoiled cat. Oh, look at that.
What's really great about this trip is I know my parents are really having the time of their lives. My parents have actually had a foster child here in the Philippines in the Legazpi area for 7 or 8 years, and that's actually the main reason they decided to make this trip to the Philippines. So this has been a long time coming. This is nice. They got some welcoming signs for us, for real. We got to hike about a half hour up the jungle, up this mountain to get to where we're going. And I actually had to run a little bit because I stopped to take some video and pictures and stuff. And then I had to run up the mountain to catch up. I was getting lost, almost got lost, but some of the village people told me where they went. But my dad is so excited. He's going way ahead of everyone. He's practically running right up the mountain. Everyone's running out of breath trying to catch up with us.
We're out of shape.
Yeah, that's just a reminder.
Oh, look at the baby.
Yeah.
Oh, look at goats. I gotta get a
Baby goat.
baby goats. Gotta get these goats here.
Oh, how pretty. Hi, baby goat. Oh, look at that. Hi. Hello. Nice to meet you. This is so pretty.
You remember Travis probably from before.
We love the trees. We wish we had trees like this. They never survive in our climate.
Not in the winter.
Kumusta ka na?
Nakita kita
Oh, he sees you on TV. Oh, you
You
saw us?
remember him from before, huh?
Yeah,
5
and
years
he
ago.
saw us on TV, she said. To be James' dream was for you to guys to be able to visit.
Ito na yung baby
Oh
mo.
my God, you're so big now!
Huh? If I came halfway around the world, get a hug. Do I get a hug?
you're
Didn't you
so
get my
big now.
letter?
So this is Daddy
Diane, get
Gary
over
and
here.
Mommy Diane.
Diane?
Mom.
Here's Ruby Jane. She's changed so much
big
from year to
now.
year. We're just about due to get up. Wow, what a pretty dress.
She's big now.
Yes, she's not a little girl. She's a young woman now.
She said she really treasures everything that you've been sending to
Well,
her, like
that's
photos
good.
and letters.
I wanted to see where it was going.
We
Here.
have a gift for
Oh,
you
yeah,
and
there's
your
a-
family.
Yeah, I don't know if
That
you get
is for
snacks
you.
like that. They're just candy snacks for you to
Yeah.
share with whoever you want.
Ano sasabihin mo?
I don't know if you get them. Have you ever had
It's to
pretzels?
be shared with the entire family. Otherwise, she'll be seeing the dentist with bad teeth.
She can do what she wants. It's her stuff.
share with
Does she
us,
know
the
what pretzels are? Do you guys eat pretzels? I brought stuff that wouldn't melt in this warm weather. Suckers and stuff I like. Boy, Travis worked up a sweat going up that hill, huh?
Yeah.
Smile.
Boy, her hair looks so nice. Did she go to the beauty shop?
Yeah. Man, I sure worked up a sweat running up that mountain. Worth it though.
Oh, geez, there's a big picture of us. Oh, God, our snow?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Our
what it's like in the
snow.
wintertime. It gets cold up there. She made a poster.
And Grandpa and Travis
Oh, yeah, there's
and
Grandpa and
Sarah.
Travis.
And our cat is much fatter now.
That's from when we visited me and Imabel in 2010.
So you're 5 years older now.
I'm 5 years older now.
Harder
Yeah.
to make it up the hill. Huh? Yeah. I would like to.
Yeah.
I need to.
We both got yellow shirts on.
Puppy.
It's so humid here when you stop walking, you still don't dry off, huh?
That's
Right now,
about
I could
2
almost
years
go for some of
ago.
that winter weather to cool down. Yeah.
I like this one.
That's
Matches
gotta be-
your
It does.
Yeah, I got her that. You
Right,
can open
sure.
some and
around.
see if these guys like it. There's
Let's
different.
try
She
more.
There's
knows how to
different.
open
There's
it.
different flavors
Yeah.
there. Some places they use licorice to treat upset stomachs and stuff.
Oh, really?
I've never even tried most of those flavors.
Taste it, see if you like it.
We only have about 12 inches.
It's kind of chewy.
So far, so we're
Ano sa palagay mo?
so no rain at our house.
I've never tried that kind of licorice myself, actually. I always just get the red ones.
Pick one out.
Try some. It's a different
Yeah,
taste.
it's like candy, but
It's
I figure I don't know if you guys like it. I got a bunch of different ones for you, so
in America. It's candy.
I like it.
That's Travis's
I like it
favorite.
too. But like I said, I've never tried these. I'm gonna try a blue one. Let's see.
Blue like his shirt.
Yeah, my favorite color is blue. So,
I thought your favorite color was black.
well, black goes good with blue. See, notice the combination.
Sa atin na.
Sige, sige, wait lang.
So let's see what this tastes like. Blue licorice.
Delicious.
Yeah,
It's like a
Pretty good.
blueberry.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
like
like minty?
blueberry.
bring any black licorice, but
It's a blueberry. I don't like black licorice. I generally only eat the red kind. This is my first time trying a blueberry type of
but it's
licorice.
different from the red. I got
That's
it.
really creative.
Yes.
That's great.
What do you sew?
He creates custom.
That's amazing.
I gotta
He
put these
also
reading
he's also a
glasses
dance
on
instructor.
so I
He
can really
said
get a good look
Then
at
I'm
it.
take makeup with it.
makeup artist, dance instructor.
So here's one of my dad's drawings.
I drew that of Travis and Ruby Jane. Didn't she show you these? And this is a close-up. She was too far in the background, so I had to do a
Another
close-up.
one of his drawings, close-up version.
That's nice.
See, that's just the end of it here. I moved them in.
Well, she feels so blessed because among all the sponsored kids, she's the only kid that was visited. That is visited.
Well, we picked her. We picked her because, and Diane had gone out. This priest came to the church and he had all these information packets from kids from all over the world. I wrote that in one of my letters, and Diane had gone out to the car, and I was in the church looking at all these different kids, and I saw her and several others I liked, you know, and I said, I went out the car and I got Diane. I said, let's get one of these kids. I said, come on in and look at these. I had to show you these. I had to show her her picture. I said, I think this is the one I want. I said, yeah, she's not by accident. I could have picked somebody else. I picked her out of a whole bunch of people.
Divine
I
appointment.
said, I think this one is my favorite one.
So yun
And I said,
nangyari daw.
she was in the Philippines, and I know he comes over here. And I said, I don't know if we'll ever get over there, but maybe when Travis is, if he goes over there, he'll at least get a chance to meet her.
Yeah.
So I said, that was another reason. I said, in the Philippines. But I picked her out of all the other ones they had. They had what, 3 tables full of like tables like this.
profiles?
Yeah, they had packets on each person that you could sponsor. So you pick out the person you want. I picked her.
She wanna say something. Ano yun?
Salamat sa pagpunta dito.
Thank you for coming here, for visiting.
I'm glad we came.
Salamat sa binigay niya.
Thank you for everything that you've given me
Oh, you're welcome.
and the stuff you brought. Yes.
You're going to go to college? I suppose you have to be a teacher.
Teacher daw ang kukunin niya.
That's why she'll go to college, and after that she can go. She
So
can
that
take up master.
so that means that means if she goes to college, I get to sponsor her longer, right? I get to be her sponsor longer. They said I get to sponsor her as long as she's in school. As long as she's in school.
Ayaw nga niya tumigil, gusto niya diretso yung pag-aaral niya kasi kung yung teacher daw siya.
She doesn't want to stop schooling because she wants to become a teacher.
Yes.
So that'll be 4 years of college.
Yes.
Okay. Then we'll send her to med school and she can stay in school. I'll keep sponsoring her.
Nagbiro siya, sabi niya, mag-doktor ka ba? Doktor na lang daw, mag-sponsor pa rin daw sila.
I always tell them learn to read because it doesn't matter what you're interested in. You can like go to the library and you find books and magazines. 2 people be interested in completely different things, but they can both go to the library and read about what they like.
his assignments.
I liked reading to
stuff.
Justin and
Yeah.
Travis when they were little kids. Now I wish I'd have done it more, but I didn't expect them to grow up so fast and they'd be gone so fast.
Yeah, whenever she gets a letter from you, she really feels excited, and then she always look forward to writing back to you. So she goes to the office of the organization here in this branch, and then she just goes alone. She can manage it herself to send the response to be sent to you.
Be sure to let me know what you buy with the tip. Get yourself something real nice, and then tell me what you bought with it, okay?
Sabi niya, ano daw, make sure daw na ikwento mo sa kanya kung anong bibilihin mo doon sa tip, doon sa gift na binigay niya sa'yo kanina.
Opo. Sige.
Ikaw, what do you wanna say?
Iano ko na lang po sa letter.
Okay, she'll include it in the letter for you.
Okay. And we hope you keep studying hard, and we hope you become a teacher. We're really proud of everything you do, and we just love you so much.
Mag-aral ka daw ng mabuti para maging teacher ka, tapos mahal na mahal ka daw nila.
Opo. Ako rin.
She also loves you very much.
Yes.
Tell her she doesn't have to be a teacher if she wants to do something else, though. She can do whatever she wants.
Kung hindi daw teacher ang gusto mo, kahit anong gusto mo, yun daw yung gawin mo.
Opo.
Did you have fun coming here, Dad?
Oh, absolutely. It was worth coming over here.
This is the highlight of our trip. Even better than seeing you, Travis.
Yeah, we've seen you before.
What did Ruby Jane think of the visit?
Ano daw masasabi mo sa pagbisita nila?
Masaya po.
She's very happy.
What a cute little baby, huh? Yeah. Okay, I'll let you go to your parent. Go to your mother. This was definitely a very good trip up here. I'm glad that my parents are getting to experience all of this.
I hope he likes that stuff that I brought.
Yes.
So
Let's give a hug to Ruby.
they're
Tulungan mo
waiting
naman
for
si
it, so
ate,
we
ha?
gotta get one more hug.
Meron ka tumubong pananim.
We're a lot
She's a good girl.
Okay.
Sige, ako
We're
na
in a
lang.
lot.
I ain't worried about that.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna be waiting for your letter now.
Tag mo rin.
Travis there.
Travis, alis na.
Bye-bye.
Salamat po. God bless Ruby Jane.
Come again. Thank you.
Bye, bless.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
If you ever get
Bye-bye.
where we live, stop in and see us. That probably won't happen, but if you ever get to North Dakota, come see us.
Pag bumasya daw kayo ng Amerika.
Sige, pasyal mo kami. Pupunta kami doon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This was great. I like her little cousin too.
It's a
Her
classmate.
classmate, I mean. I want to say cousin, but her classmate. She speaks English.
Yeah.
So
She's less shy.
I don't know how much Ruby Jane understands English or not, so when I talk to her, I don't know if she understands me. I'm sure she understands bits and pieces of it, but how well, I don't know. But her classmate does. Her classmate understands well. So out of 31 kids, we're the only sponsors that have visited?
Yes.
We're the first?
Well, I
Some of
hope
the others.
it won't be the last.
Well, her classmate said she's had a sponsor for 5 years, but they've only written her one letter.
Yeah, some of the sponsors doesn't even.
She said, I asked her, what country is your sponsor from? And she didn't even know. I love this road through all these trees. This is like going through the Wizard of Oz, the Emerald City, where everything is green. If you guys know who the Wizard of Oz is.
Let's go. All right.
3. Okay, here we go. Look at the camera first. Okay, look at the camera.
A lot of guys write me and they tell me they want the simple life. Well, it'd be simple out here definitely if you can hack it. It's definitely a lot of natural beauty out here. So what do you guys think? Could you be happy out here? This guy's enjoying his bath on this hot day. I think I need one of those myself, but I'm not going to jump in there with him. Well, this should be an adventure.
Yeah, that's what I figure. I'm getting brave in my old age. I've lived my life. Maybe I won't make it to old age, huh?
Yeah, today might be your last day on Earth.
Look at the camera
Oh, okay.
so that you have a souvenir here when you do the
So he
zip line.
takes my last picture, huh?
Oh, no, sir. Not yet. Okay, ready?
Yeah,
Ready?
I guess so.
Okay.
Okay.
I told you, sir.
Oh.
Okay. Look at the camera. Look at the camera.
Okay, that was pretty scary.
So how was the experience?
It was unique. It was fun.
That was pretty scary. Like
It
whenever
was.
you look down and you don't know
Yeah,
if
when
that
you
they
look
slow
down.
you down either. Like so you come in really fast and thankfully they slow you down, but you're like, oh, how do I slow
Yeah,
down?
you're like, how do, and you didn't realize, nobody told me those guys were going to slow you down. Because
Yeah.
when you get to the end, you're going fast and you don't know that the guys on the end are going to stop you. You think, I'm going to crash into the end.
We're in Legazpi. Well, we've all had a really great time at this hotel. And what really makes it so great at this hotel is they're very good at service. A lot of places you go, they don't really care about you. They don't really serve you well. But at this hotel, they really put in a lot of love and care into things. And that makes the difference. This has been a good experience at the hotel. My parents have loved it.
Yeah.
At least we got to finish the championship fight before we have to head back to the airport.
Ruby Jane's older brother, a nice kid. What's his name,
Yeah.
Johnny.
Johnny? Boy, is he a nice kid. Did you spend much time with him when you guys were here the first time? Did
No,
Because boy, he is a sharp kid.
just the mom and
Oh,
the dad.
he's a sharp guy. He is a sharp kid. Nice kid, sharp kid. Kind of kid you'd like to have for a boy. You know, just a well-mannered, just as polite as could be.
He's very responsible and helpful
Very,
to the
yeah, very,
families.
very, just intelligent, sharp, pleasant kid. Makes me think of, that's what people used to say about Elvis when he was young, what good manners he had. You know, a lot of people, some people don't know that, but a lot of people would tell you Elvis had really good, he always called everybody sir. He was raised that any guy older than you is sir, you know, and all that. Just a nice kid. God, I was extremely impressed with him. Thank you. And you guys have a really nice facility. It was really nice staying at your hotel. Very pretty city too. Thank you. You're back.
Where you've been getting to know my parents a lot. You spent a lot of time with them. What do you think?
I love it. They're really great people, and yeah, I just love them. I just love talking to them, and I just love knowing them better.
We're having bad turbulence. It's bad turbulence.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, as we are experiencing turbulence, please remain seated with your
Told
seatbelt
you.
securely fastened and avoid standing up.
Salamas, like a salami made out of llamas. Salamas.
Salama.
Salamas.
No T on the end. Salamat.
Salamat.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was like salami made out of llama.
But you can remember it that way, so it's easy to
Yeah,
remember.
salamat, huh?
Yeah.
So I should think of it differently.
Salami and that. Salama.
Maraming salamat.
And thank you very
Yeah,
much.
ramen salama. Hey guys. This is the welcoming committee, welcoming me home.
This is my kind of food. Give me a look at all that meat. Oh man, meat and potatoes guy. And I usually like my meat between some bread.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, this is my dad,
Hey, sir, how are you?
Glad to know you.
Reggie.
Met Mom, I guess. Already, huh?
Yes.
So this is the guy that can teach you how to sing, huh?
Oh yeah.
And then it was kind of a special thing to cook their feet and eat them.
Yeah.
Boys had chicken feet. There's not a lot of meat. Have you ever had that? They kind of, I don't know how to
over here.
They have it here at the restaurant.
And you sort of eat, it's basically mostly skin and stuff, but it has a good taste.
What do you eat there?
So you'd eat the chicken feet. I haven't had that in years, but yeah, they used to make it. They used to cook the
Call
feet.
it here Adidas.
What do you call it? Adidas.
Adidas.
For fun.
Yeah, like
for
the
free.
brand of shoes.
Well, every once in a while, instead my grandma would give me a chicken foot, a chicken leg, instead of throwing it in the pot. And then I got to use my crayons and color the nails.
Crayon?
These people out here have all these beautiful roosters
Yeah.
running around like they had
They're
there.
nice, right?
I took a few pictures of some of these roosters. They're very colorful. And we were watching the thing on TV where they were showing the rooster fights. You know, and then I said, and I'm sure these people, because he says MA is so big over here, I said, well, then they enjoy the people version too.
They eat it afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they enjoy the people version of that, where
Yeah, they got the
that's
other
MAA. They put two men in a cage and fight, and we enjoy that
With
just
no
enough.
gloves, too.
No gloves at all.
Zero. They have it underground. We don't know exactly where they have
Bare
it.
fisted fighting, yeah. Like the kind of movies that Claude Van Damme made, on the street fights.
That was Bloodsport.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it. I just heard about it.
Nobody's issued an invitation to you yet?
No.
We live next door to the state that is the home of the Vikings football team.
We don't have enough.
So this is perfect. Yes. Our neighbors will be jealous.
Yeah, we got rival neighbors. One's a Packers fan and one's a Viking fan, so they're going. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Hey! Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Every day a jubilee. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Every day a jubilee.
Okay. 1, 2. I got it too soon. I have good lungs.
So this is my best friend. I've known him 10 years now. And then you guys finally meet. Are you going to have him as a guest at your house in Bismarck?
Yes.
Sure, if he comes.
It's fun. We had like more than 2 hours talking about life in Bismarck and
The
they
Bible.
like the Bible, superheroes, and historical figures. I learned a lot.
And you guys have been hearing about each other for so many years.
I know. We spoke over Skype like 10 years ago.
That was Yahoo Messenger. They didn't even have Skype then.
That was Yahoo.
What I remember is you were talking to Travis, and you could see a good-looking maid in the back. So he said, "Hey, what does that maid look like?" So you said, "Hey," you called her. I don't remember her name. You said, "Say hello to my friend Travis." The maid you had working for you.
I remember that.
You said, "Say hello to my friend Travis in
right,
America."
so we could get a better look at her.
Right, I remember that now. I forget her name. That was like 9 years ago.
Yeah, doesn't even live with you anymore.
She probably doesn't anymore.
Does she remember you?
Probably. I'm sure she does. I'm sure she does.
I don't know how long was she your maid.
I'm not sure, but our maids stay long because we're friendly. We treat them like family. Usually when they leave, it's because they get married, or
That'd be a reason.
or their parents die. They got to go back to the province. But other than that, I mean, they stay forever in our house because we treat them like family. And if they get sick, we take them to the hospital. And
Come and be your maid.
you're gonna be my special
She
chef.
cleans up after me, and she's cleaned up after Travis, so we know she has to be good.
I've seen
And
his
I'm not
house
always
in
much
LA.
better than him. I think I'm a little better than him, not quite as good.
We had such a good time. This is our trip of a lifetime, and you've just added to
Yeah,
it and
we've had
made it
so
very,
much
very
fun.
special.
Oh, it's my honor and pleasure because you raised a great son who's a great friend to us, and so
He stayed with me in Los Angeles
That's
one
what
time.
he said, yeah.
I think 2 nights, right?
I think longer than that.
Longer
even.
than that.
Put up with the mess that long, huh?
Yeah, he put up with the mess that long. What do you recommend that my parents experience in Manila?
Maybe to see the real Manila as well, because there are many aspects of being in the Philippines. We got the urban, which is similar to what you see also in America and Hong Kong. But there's like the classic Philippines also, where you could ride the Calesa, or taste the balot, or see the Rizal Park, the cultural part, or go to Intramuros. So if you got the time, check out that too, because that's the richest of our culture. This is the western side of being the Philippines, but I think it's a good mix, because I grew up at both sides, so I've got a Filipino and a cosmopolitan dude in me, all in one. It makes me a full person. So, yeah, I recommend that on your remaining days, see that part of the Philippines as well. And I think Travis is an expert in that, probably even better than me.
I think you're right.
You're right, man. Next
we
time
have
I'm
a
going to
cat.
tell you stories about how I survived my accident and how I died and
Which
went back to the
accident
house.
was
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
accident?
My face got smashed. A 105-pound barbell fell on me.
Oh,
I was
that
doing
hurts.
flies, laying down, doing flies, right?
Yeah.
And you know how they're hanging on top of you?
Oh, on the bench rack?
Oh yeah, some trainer was walking backwards, talking to his friend, and he knocked over the barbell on top of me. So I had no way of blocking it because I was doing flies. And the barbell, the rod was this deep. So one eye popped out. I got blind like Samson, but I could see, so I'm better than him. and,
No tracers.
and I was completely deformed, and my brain kind of peeked out
Did you
of my
have to have
head
plastic surgery?
twice.
Oh, God.
My brain peeked out because I'm like a walnut that got.
Did you
cracked
sue
like
this guy?
No.
You're still in
In
business
America,
training.
we would have.
But I did it. It's my personal choice because it's a small gym. It's simple. It's family owned. So if I sue them,
They'll go out of business.
Well, don't have to sue
they
the
could
gym,
probably
just the guy that
pay
threw the
me
barbell on you.
after 5 lifetimes. I just give this guy like extra training so he learns more. And now maybe because he regretted what happened, right? So he exerted all his effort to be the best trainer. Now he's in Korea. He's an international trainer. So we all win.
Yes.
We all win in the
Things
end.
work together for the good.
So you've taken a lot of different modes of transportation in the Philippines, from taxis,
This will be
FX,
the best.
plane. Yeah, this is the best.
From tricycle to
Now we get
Private.
jeepney.
Jeepney is not my favorite.
And now to
taxi.
personal chauffeur.
And he met
The
the
older
Pope.
one. Pope Jean
Jean
Paul.
Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, when he was a kid, right?
Yep. He singled me out of the crowd and he carried me for some random
you
reason.
kidding?
No, it's serious.
Carried by the Pope. Boy, that makes you sort of Jesus-like, doesn't it?
He was just walking around a crowd of people here in the Philippines, and I was behind the barricades like any other kid, and for some reason he singles me out and he carries me.
Ah, that's an interesting
Yeah,
story.
it became a story about me. It's like an urban legend because I got no proof, right? So I was wondering if I imagined it or something. And all of a sudden, when the Pope came here, the new Pope came over to the Philippines, they ran nostalgic pictures of when the old Pope came from the 80s. And there's this huge picture in the newspaper. And it was me. My mom's like, hey, look at this. And it was me.
Wow.
And actually, so someone actually documented
Oh, your mom recognized you as
Yeah.
a kid, is what you're saying.
Yeah, because they ran old pictures of his visit here and him with the kids, and there was one picture of him with a little boy, you know, and when she looked closely, it was like, Reggie, it's you.
Did you cut that out and
Yeah,
save
we
it?
did. Now it's one of our prized possessions because, you know, it's proof it really happened. I didn't dream it. So yeah, it's a fun story about my childhood, and it's unique because he just singles me out of the crowd.
You have some neat stories.
Yeah.
He gets them from me.
And now I have new stories.
Now you got new ones.
Well, I'll tell you my Pope story. It was, I'd been teaching for like 3 years, and the Pope came to Des Moines, Iowa, and I had 2 jobs, and Travis was born in June. And
Yeah,
then
but you
I
got to
went back-
explain we were living in Iowa at the time.
We were living in Iowa. I was teaching in a parochial school. Gary was going to school. He was going to finish up in December, and it was like the end of October, beginning of November. I had worked 90 days straight without a day off, and I was exhausted. So the Pope came to Des Moines. My happiness stemmed from they closed school, so I had a day off. That was my happiness with the Pope.
After 90 long days, you get to rest. Huh?
Yes.
Okay, we gotta check him a bell. If you take tourists to Manila, this is where you gotta take them for cheap souvenirs, Green Hills.
You'd look good in that.
Yeah. How's it look? Look good?
Yes.
Ganda?
Boy, these are all nice.
Oh, I think it's got to be this one.
That's
think so,
probably
too.
my favorite
What
kid.
country are you, Mom?
USA.
US.
We're Americans.
You're American.
Yeah.
Good friends with the Philippines, right?
I'm sure I'd look good in this shirt. Thank you. I like these red seats that we have, red and black, very nice colors. And Dad likes the uniforms that the male flight attendants are wearing, kind of kung fu jackets. We're trying all the different modes of transportation. They've taken planes, taxis, jeepies, FXs, but now we decided to rent a van and give this a try.
My last trip here was when I was working for the game show.
What game show did you work for?
Well, I worked for Game Carnival and ABS-CBN. That was always fun, taping outside Manila. It was more work, but more fun.
Travis, this is one of the national heroes.
Lapu-Lapu, he's the guy that killed Ferdinand Magellan when Magellan sailed to the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
So what happened was Magellan was trying to continue what Columbus started by sailing to Asia, by going the opposite direction. And then he's the first guy to man an expedition around the entire world. He didn't make it the entire way because when he discovered the Philippines, Lapu-Lapu killed him, but then his guys got back on the ships and they sailed back to Spain. He's the first guy to go around the southern tip of South America. That's where they have the Strait of Magellan.
Because they had to find a passageway through there. I guess that was kind of difficult.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
This is before the seawater, this is the place of the fight of Lapu-Lapu Magellan. And Magellan died on the spot there.
So supposedly this is the exact spot that Magellan died, and every time I fly to the Philippines, as long and painful of a flight as it is, I think, well, it's still a lot better than when Magellan had to sail over and how much more difficult his was. So at least I'm thankful for that. So there they are having their big fight. You can see Magellan and Lapu-Lapu, and I think we know who won that one. And this is the man himself, Lapu-Lapu, his famous statue here.
Yeah, this I really like, this statue. That's the kind of thing that really appeals to me. I love that kind of stuff. That's the kind of art I like. This is Legazpi. I've read about him. He's the guy, he conquered this island, then he went over and conquered Legazpi, then he went up and conquered Manila.
Yeah, I think he established the Spanish government.
Here's Ferdinand Magellan, kind of telling the story of the founding of Cebu. This place is pretty cool. It's kind of like Intramuros up in Manila. If I had to compare it to anything, it's like it'd be about similar.
Standing there with her hand out.
I think so.
Oh, they might
She's
be related.
giving him money. What did she do? She
They
gave
might
him
be
money.
related.
She gave him money. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Crazy. This place is called the Temple of Leia, and this is interesting. It looks like we're in Greece.
Oh man. Why are they building this? Just a tourist attraction?
It's a shrine to the guy's wife. Look at this place. This is really awesome. This really is amazing. I'm glad we came.
You can't build this without money. No matter how much love you got for somebody, you got to have some money coming in to do stuff like this. And even there, according to the write-ups, he's getting money from other people. But you know, like what does one of them horses cost, or one of them lions cost he's got up there?
Maybe when mom dies, someone can donate money and you can have a shrine like this to her.
I got a better shrine, 2 suns. They're better than any temple, 2 suns.
What a view. It doesn't even look like we're in the Philippines right now. I think this is something that a lot of people, even if they've been to Cebu, they haven't seen this before because it wasn't open to the public before. Hopefully you guys enjoyed me showing it to you. This is actually your first experience seeing this.
Look at this little guy. What's he going to do, a dance?
Look at him.
Okay.
I gotta have that in my videos. I gotta have that.
Oh, he's naked.
No underwear on.
Balika!
Oh boy.
Suni.
I wonder where their parents are, but they were entertaining.
Yeah, they were good.
Where'd they get their gymnastics lessons? That one guy had no pants on. All he was wearing was a t-shirt. It didn't seem to embarrass him any.
No.
Maybe he's trying to earn enough money to buy some pants, huh? Wall out there.
What's the view look like, Dad?
Yeah, there's a wall out there. Not much of a view. About 4 feet away, there's a wall.
Doesn't matter.
That's okay.
What do you think of this room?
Fine with me.
Yeah.
You got the essentials. If you've got a bed, a bathroom, and a TV, what more? All I need now is food.
This is really excellent though for the price. For 1,500 pesos, this is a very good deal. I think it'd be hard to find something like this in Manila
Yeah.
for this rate.
I actually like staying in all these different places, some of the small ones. It's just as much of an adventure to stay in a small room sometimes as a big one and just experience the different levels, you know. I think this is a beautiful table they got there. I like this orange table. I get a kick out of we spent less attractive places than this. This is nice on our honeymoon. Remember some of the little tinny walls?
Yes.
You know, and we enjoyed that too. We enjoyed the fun of staying in those little dinky places. It was just part of the experience.
He gave a bribe to the porters.
He did?
He did.
saw? What did you?
No.
So that was kind of a unique situation. I've never seen anybody openly bribe someone before.
I was quite happy with this hotel room.
She carries a computer and she carries a heavy bag. I can carry
Later, because
this. I can carry this.
It's okay, Dad. We're still carrying.
He's carrying a little camera and
Yeah.
you got this big bag. He makes a pack meal out of her.
Yeah.
Well, he's training her for American Ninja. He wants to see her compete on there.
Cebu is known for its lechon, and Imabel wanted to make sure Mom and Dad try some while we're here, so Imabel's ordering some. How is it?
I would put some salt on it.
You would put salt on
I would-
everything.
Yeah, I put
A
salt
dead
on pretty much
cat, you
everything.
would put salt on.
It tastes kind of like whatever, pork roast. Being he
That's what
didn't
it
bring a
is.
fork, do they normally eat it with their hands or what? How do you eat
He's
this?
bringing forks.
Yeah, but is that how they normally eat it, with forks? Or because he didn't bring a fork to begin with. You could also make a sandwich with this, you know, bread with some mayonnaise on it.
I can sleep here.
Some pictures of this impressive looking place.
They do rent this place out for movies to shoot here.
For Kung Fu movies, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not zooming in real close because I want to get the background.
Yeah, that's exactly the background. That's perfect.
I have a lot of pictures of you, so I got to get you in the background in the setting. Just look at them dragons up there.
Pretty nice looking view of the city. Here's what it looks like from afar.
Hundreds of years ago, you're living out here and you don't have things like cars and stuff to get around these hills and all that. You either do it on foot or horseback. What it must have been like to live back then. You know, when you look out here as far as you can see, think how long that would take you to get there. To ride a horse or to walk. And there might not even be a road through there. It might be a path.
It's a nice looking place.
Yes, it is. Darn near as impressive as the other one, and probably darn near as expensive, huh? I like it. I like this Oriental style of buildings and stuff and the color. In some ways, it's almost as impressive as the Greek one over there. Of course, the Greek one is far from finished, but I like this kind of stuff.
Cebu was lovely, but now it's time to take a boat to Calbayog City, Samar, and there's the boat we're taking right there.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, salamat.
There's chickens in these boxes.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon. Dad, this is where everyone else sleeps.
They sleep with their roosters.
Yes, right there. Okay, straight ahead. The one labeled with cabin.
I was thinking more like the Love Boat, Diane.
This isn't what you expected.
No, this isn't like the Love Boat.
Pwede ko na kunin to?
Okay, ma'am.
What's this, our own private bathroom?
Relax na lang. Sige, dyan lang ba kayo parati?
Because there's a bathroom down the Oh, we get a private bathroom?
Very nice.
Well, no, this is more what I thought of as a cabin. I thought when we went out there, you closed yourself in under those beds.
Uh-huh.
And that's what they call the cabin.
We've got 3 beds. That's
2 singles and a double.
and we have a nice TV.
Exactly. Hopefully they
We
have
could, we could have brought a couple of kids along.
I know.
You got any kids we could have brought? Some of the street
Street
kids.
kids.
How about a free trip? Share our cabin with you. It'd be a night out of the rain.
This is really nice, actually, for
Yeah.
the price we pay for it.
Yeah.
This is really,
I mean, traveling like this is cheaper than staying in a motel.
yeah.
You get your transportation and your night. You mean they only have one cabin like this and we got it?
One for 4 people. The rest
Yeah.
are like
What are the other ones?
3 and 2.
Well, then we got the best cabin.
Yes.
And we have a private bathroom, even though there is a bathroom down the hall.
Yeah.
See, is it?
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's wonderful. I've never
Well,
seen anything like this.
do they open them and look
yes.
up? So, I mean, if you
He can
wanted
show
to
you
look
how.
out, I just wanted to know.
Sure.
That's what I figured. You got to take that and flip that up. But
Oh,
So you could get
could-
get wet.
well, but I mean, if you want to look out, you can. See there. That's what I thought.
So what happened is we checked into this room, we took pictures, we were all so happy to have such a beautiful room here. And then another family showed up and they said, hey, we paid for this a week ago. So we had that issue. Then Imabel went to the office to go get it all straightened out. And then another family showed up and they said, hey, this is supposed to be our room. We had it reserved. And I just had to let Imabel sort the whole thing out.
no, I don't know what happened. They were not. Maybe they were reserved, but were not paid yet. The thing is, we paid it. So he said this. Mike said, he said we might have paid before they confirmed the reservation. Okay. Even if it was reserved last time. And
He
the
gave a
parts-
bribe to the porters.
You did?
He
You
did.
saw? What did you?
No. Who, him?
Really?
The other guy bribed them for
Oh,
this
well,
room.
I just had to be there and just talk to.
The porter is not in charge. You went to the higher up who's above
Yeah,
the
I just
porter.
went there, just made them feel my presence, like, you know.
Yeah.
The porter's outranked by the guy you went to see.
Yeah.
He bribed the wrong guy. But we got Imabel on our side, so Imabel, thank you. You did a good job.
Good
My
Christian on our
pleasure.
side.
I was telling Dad when there was. It's funny because that guy came for the room. Then you went to go straighten things out. Then another family showed up for this room, and
There's 3.
she pretty much wanted to give it up. She was like basically already saying, "No, we'll get out of the room. You go ahead." Doesn't
was
care
just
about the comfort. Volunteering me and Dad's comfort to go out of the
I was
room.
just visiting with him.
Yeah, right.
He is
Yeah,
a
right. I
great
heard you out there.
Saying-
You wanted to
saying,
give it
well,
up,
if you
and he's
really
bribing people. That's
Especially
the
like
kind of people you want to
probably-
give up.
did they
Did
have
he
kids?
bribe you?
Hey,
Did he bribe
hey,
you?
hey.
See, you're going to give it up for a guy that wouldn't
Yeah,
even
hey,
bribe
you
you.
know-
He bribed another guy, not you.
Yeah,
What are you
if he
giving
was
the
going
room
to
up
offer
for?
a bribe, he should have offered it to us.
Exactly. Exactly.
But-
He knew that you were around when he did it.
Yeah.
You just bribed out in the openly. Did you say, "Hey, where's my bribe"? So you guys say, "Hey, you're paying the wrong person. You got to pay me if you want the room, and you got to make it worth my time."
Yeah, you got to.
I don't come cheap. I'm not as cheap as
you
these
have to-
guys.
You have to pay our passage.
I just stood
Exactly.
there in
Sleep out there.
shock
If you want us to
that
sleep
he
out there,
would
you gotta
bribe
hire.
In front
someone
of you.
in front
Not
of
even
me.
discreet.
So
no,
what
it
did
was
he
not
say?
discreet. He pulled the money out of his wallet, and it was, I don't know, is it like a 20 or a 50 or
Maybe
a
20 or
100?
50.
See, he's a
Yeah.
cheap briber
And
too.
then 2, and
Was it?
then
Uh-huh.
there were two porters there, and they said they wanted more.
Really?
And he said, no, this is enough. So that was kind of a unique situation. I've never seen anybody openly bribe someone before.
So see, I told you have to let Imabel handle it. Imabel did a great job.
She did.
I was
She did a great job getting us this cabin in the first place.
Yeah.
And I was saying, like, you should give it to them because it's not going to give a good impression to, you know,
Exactly.
non-Filipinos, you know, just having fun and on vacation in the Philippines. And I said, I wouldn't let them stay out in other areas. I really made it clear, but in a nice way, of course.
and besides
Not
that,
angry.
they're already in the room,
Yeah,
laying on
that's
the bed.
not- exactly.
If we did have to stay out in the other section, then they should refund at least
Well, what
2
they should-
tickets.
yeah, they should,
Not 4.
Well,
Yeah.
I was telling Dad that Mom should just quit trying to give away the room without our permission. And I was saying to Dad in the room, she wouldn't even come in the room. She was scared to even come back into the room.
I was just being friendly
She
with
wouldn't
the
even
man.
come back into the room to use the bathroom.
Yeah, she refused to even use the bathroom in the room. How's that bathroom down the hall, Mom?
Not good.
she can't wait to use
Exactly.
it. Now listen, to keep this bathroom clean, when we have to use this bathroom, Mom's got to go down the hall. You and me and Amabella get this one. Mom prefers that one. She refused to use this one, so I say she cannot use this bathroom. This is reserved for the 3 of us. She goes down the hall because she insisted
Let's
on that
hope I
herself.
don't have to go to the bathroom till the ship docks then.
This is not reserved for Mom no longer.
Oh, this is too much fun.
Culture shock.
Nobody in the United States does that.
But you
if
know-
they bribe,
You know,
it's like
you stop and think about
take
it.
it out of your
Travis
pocket,
is
you go
right.
like this.
When you stop and think about it, he should have tried to bribe us to give up the room.
Yeah.
Why the porter? He should have said, you know, if you give up the room, I'll. Unless he thought it would take too much money.
I was telling Dad when you were dealing with it at the office, I was saying, as long as Mom doesn't blow it and volunteer to give it up, I have faith in Imabel. And I was telling Mom, you know, you don't understand, this isn't your country, you don't know how it works here, just let Imabel handle it. Imabel will take care of it, but you are trying to be overly nice and give it up.
That's how Diane
so
is.
shocked.
Overly nice to a stranger. Let my husband and son suffer so that this stranger doesn't have to. Overly nice to
I just-
care more about them than
I'm
your own
still
family.
in shock. I just stood there and watched him.
Did he get his money back? Because he didn't get the room.
It's the risk that he should
By now
be
the
ready
porter got
for.
off the ship and he's out of luck. He took his money, left the ship, and he's waiting for the ship to set sail before he shows up
I
again.
think
Your mother's going to have to comfort me a lot.
I think the funnest part that I love is that Mom got to experience, you know, bribery in front of her. Like, wow, that's even.
I've never seen it happen. I'm still in shock. Oh well, come all the way around half the world to see
know.
This would be a
corruption.
good place. I could get my back walked on.
I've
if I had
seen.
about a 100-pound
Sure,
girl.
Dad.
If I had about a 100-pound girl.
We just came out and we saw the guy that wanted the room and tried to bribe the porters to get it and have them take it away from us. Like, what are the porters gonna do for 50 pesos? Like, come in and throw me and him out of there?
Yeah, he pays the guy to throw you out, and then he goes in there. The guy goes in there. The guy's in there outweighing like 40 pounds.
But we just ran into him and he tried to give us a guilt trip. Oh, how was your guys' sleep? Oh, it was good. Oh, mine wasn't good. Yeah, he tried to make us feel guilty and lay a guilt trip on us. Didn't work, his psychological warfare. Do you feel guilty? Do you feel bad about it?
Not too bad. We're going to be checking out so he can have the room now.
How beautiful.
Have you ever seen the ocean before, Mom?
No, just when we flew over to get here.
So this is your first time seeing something like this?
Yes. What beautiful tropical islands.
So you're saying Imabel lives in a beautiful place, huh?
Yes, she does.
And now my parents get to try another mode of transportation, a commuter bus.
And the town is called
Calbayog.
Population what?
It's not that small. The total area is well over 100,000. But it's more like a small town than what you'd expect with that kind of population.
Yeah, they squeeze a lot more people in the same amount of space than we do back home. You don't have many cars here taking up room parking on the street either.
No, there's not a lot of cars in this town. These are the main modes of transportations, like that little.
But then if the town is flat, it's a good town for things like bicycles.
How was that ride?
It's fun. This is fun. When I rode on the other one, I didn't get to ride in the back, so this was another new thing.
Hi.
He knows you? What did he call you by name?
He said Travis.
He knows you. You're known in this town.
I think I'm the big shot of this town. At least I'd like to think so.
You're probably one of the taller guys here.
Yeah.
In that regard, as far as
Yeah.
these guys are the neighbors. Huh? These are the neighbor kids?
Must be.
You guys invite these guys in?
Dini
You
balay.
guys invite these guys in for banana milkshakes like we do our neighbors?
Diin? Oh, dito? Their house is there. I guess they're just buying.
They're just relaxing, I guess, huh? Diba?
Your dad probably runs that right, huh?
They're doing some construction, adding on, I guess, to the house.
Oh, they added on?
The carpenter.
Well, that's good. You've got more room then.
Where's Mama?
Who
My
are
Mama's here.
Who are these people?
Oh, me and Mama. It's amazing. Isabelita, Cindy, Mommy Diane, and Daddy Gary.
What do you do?
Getting ready for school, Ma.
Floor. You gotta take our shoes off to go on that?
He was joking. He told Dad that we live in a hut. This is Iday. Come here. This is Iday, our most trusted. She's like family to us already. Mommy Diane, Daddy Gary.
Hey.
She has a baby. Where's your baby?
My dad is shocked because we told him that her mom lives in a grass hut, and then he's surprised to see how nice it is.
Juno, and his dad. He's next to me. My brother second after me, and he's the police officer. So here are my brothers. This is my brother Juno, the police officer, followed by my brother Jihad, the bank teller, and then Rashid, the nurse, and the youngest is Gerard Gani, the medical technologist. And that's me.
You said your birthday's what, November 14th?
Yeah. Ooh.
Hey, this reminds me of our old wallpaper in our house, our original wallpaper kind of,
Really?
that we had in our home. See that?
Yeah.
It's not exactly like that, but it's kind of like that. How about this one in Detroit?
That's me. That was one of my summer vacations in Manila.
See, you haven't seen Travis at this age.
I know, I wonder what Travis is doing that time.
He was kind of a dorky little guy, like I said. He was kind of a hillbilly looking little guy before he got cool like Elvis and Superman. This must be one of your brothers.
Oh, that's me.
That's you?
Yeah.
Well, then they got the picture out of order because you were older in these. You got to be younger here.
Yeah.
See, my parents used to have pictures like of us in their wall. The 4 older kids, they had 5 kids. Us 5 older kids, they had pictures like this, but more from the side, but laying on our bellies, naked in their room. Larger. Nowadays, they'd get arrested for child pornography.
Yeah.
For having pictures like that in their house.
Yeah.
And you know, with her feet being close to the camera, it makes it look like she's got big feet.
I didn't realize that. It was so awful.
Travis is going to put that on the video and say, we think we've located Bigfoot.
Those are the feet that she now walks on Dad's back with.
I was supposed to be an exchange scholar through the Rotary Club to go to America. And then they asked me to take a photo. Take a photo like in the house. That was the photo that I had to send to my supposedly my foster parents. But my parents decided not to send me because it was already 4th year, I think.
What country would you have went to?
U.S.
It's nice to meet you. You come home for lunch.
And I thought she
Who's
was having
this?
trouble with her backpack here.
Who's this? Who's a stranger? Intruder. You got to get that door fixed because
You know, because just anybody could walk in, huh?
yeah, I don't know
Stray
this
cats
person.
and, huh?
Erin, come here. They have a gift for you.
Do you like Frozen? Do you like Frozen?
She
This
does
is-
like
Don't
it.
be shy.
This is for you.
This is
Ooh,
for
what
you.
will you say?
You're welcome.
Erin, I'll go to Mom.
Yeah. I hope we guessed well at your size. We saw this and we thought of
Where
you.
did you get that at again?
So this is a dress that we bought for you
Where was that we got that? Where did
at
you
the
get
market.
I like blue. That
a
looks
little
like
short.
that.
she can try it on and see how it fits.
She always makes me carry her, and every time I carry her, she gets a little heavier. I don't know if she's getting bigger or if I'm getting weaker, but I hope it's her just getting heavier. Hi.
Travis and Mr. Gary Kraft, my dad. Travis's dad. Garnet. She was my grade school classmate. Yeah.
Here in this school,
Yeah, we went to this school.
Yes.
This school on the other side.
What grade does this school have?
1 to 6.
Yeah.
1 to 6.
And now she's her teacher. Bye-bye.
Her niece, my pupil.
Do you want me to teach the class for today and take over?
Can you?
Good boy.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Let's go because we have a class.
Just like
What do you want? Money?
High five. We had to show up and disturb class.
Salamat. It's not thank you, it's salamat.
Salamat.
Salamat. Salami, you know, salamat.
This is Northwest Samar State University. Imabel's mom is a professor here, and Imabel even used to teach here.
Taught here?
Yeah.
At a university?
Yeah. Part-time. When I was hosting the radio show, I also taught.
I let him see how I feel.
Hey guys.
Good morning.
This is the class that Imabel's mom is teaching. Natural Sciences. Is that what this is?
Yes.
I just love this. I love this.
We don't have the LCD, we don't have the laptop, so we resort to
The board.
yeah.
So ours are much more technology,
Yeah, very advanced.
but technology fails. And
Right.
the kids say, technology is nice, but it never, ever can be counted on.
Oh, by the way, class 3 as a teacher also.
I teach grade 5, little kids. I am so glad I got to come. Thank you for having us. This is a very big experience. One of the things I wanted to experience when I came to the Philippines. This is our first trip here. So I wanted to compare the education with our education. I think you have a very good education. Bye-bye.
Bye guys. Hi guys. See you guys.
Hi, Harold.
What's up, Harold?
Mahusay. Musta.
This is Imabel's friend Harold.
Dad, this is Harold. Dad, Dr. Gary Kraft. Mom, Mrs. Diane Kraft. Harold is my event assistant, stylist, makeup artist.
go some hot springs, and we're gonna take this boat. That's how you get there. We're definitely not used to riding on boats like this. So this is an adventure.
So there's a tube connected to the source of this water. So this water is still hot.
It's really hot out here though, the way it is. I don't know if we need hot water, we need cold water. See, Dad can do the Asian squat too. It's not just for Asian people.
It's for old white guys.
An old white man can do that too.
We assume to be. We are soon to leave. Oh. And the docking bay is clear. There's nothing to fear. Latch the doors in the rear. There's nothing to fear. Docking bay is clear. There is nothing to fear.
Why is he wearing a collar with nails?
I don't know. A lot of water.
That's their well.
Oh, his neighbor.
Good afternoon. Mabel. Yeah.
Hi guys.
And iya mama.
Salamat.
Hello. Hi.
Tao na mo balay kay Travis.
Yes, Travis.
You know him?
Yeah. I saw him on TV.
Nosebleed.
You have TV?
Oh.
You have TV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Here's what Harold had. Careful with his step.
Watch your step.
Harold had this made.
Need like a bamboo, but oh, you got the ice.
Careful, Mom.
Thank you.
So this is what he showed me in the photo, huh?
Bamboo floor.
This spot.
Yeah.
This is nice.
It's a
Yeah.
bamboo.
So is this where you sleep?
Yeah.
Now it's low tide, so we don't really see water.
You got a lot of garbage there though.
Yeah. They just
Maybe if they built a kind of a fence there, when the high tide comes up, it wouldn't all drift in. The fence would stop it, you know?
But
Yeah.
it doesn't reach, diba? Di rin naabot sa iba. It doesn't reach this level, the water.
So they'd have water underneath them, huh?
So may
Yeah.
water sa ilalim.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it doesn't reach.
I think it gets cooler here because the ocean's right there. I told you this was a beach house that we were going to.
By the beach.
Yeah, the ocean's right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I like
The
this
ocean's
spot.
out there, you can't see it unless you look out
Yeah,
here.
we'll have to go there. We can walk to.
We can.
Yeah, we can walk to see it. From here, it's not far, right? We went there before. Should we go?
We
We
should
all
go.
have to work
Well,
to
you did a
support
good
each other.
job
Well,
with this.
are you gonna get this pinup
did a
poster
good
on the
job.
wall? He's gotta get his decorations here. We gotta fold this over. We gotta see
There's
this.
a hot woman there.
Yeah. Gotta show that, man.
Harold and his decorations of scantily clad women.
They go with the Jesus thing over there. Huh?
Yeah.
They are picking on you.
And we got the pictures of Jesus to like balance on the opposite wall. And right next door, we have this really fancy house.
Obviously, he's doing better than his neighbors.
Hello. Say hi. We got the local neighborhood kids following us. Hey! What's up? Oh, pie. Uh-oh. You go to SPED?
I'm schooling.
Okay, very cool. Hello. Some of this wood is really kind of like rotten, so you got to be careful that I don't go through it.
Goes to the sea.
So that's the ocean out here?
Yeah, you see from here.
Okay.
Do you want me to move?
I just don't want to get too much weight on this platform with all of us on here. Is this built for four? For 4 Americans? Well, 4 Americans and 1 Filipino. He obviously fences the neighbor out. What is that, his yard over there? Because he goes over there.
They have a pool house.
Now this is quite a huge house in the neighborhood.
Diane.
Hello, Ate.
Nice to meet you.
Ate is like to call someone who's like older than her.
Diane.
Diane?
No. Friend?
Yeah, she just knows me.
Just another person you know.
Thank you.
This is the famous Calbayog City Church.
His heart gives no quarter. His passion will burn me. Yet I'll keep looking, looking, looking.
What? Oh, Zach, man.
Baba? No, Baba.
Travis. No, don't carry Sakina. Help me bring the stuff there. Oh.
Now I'm not supposed to carry her?
No.
Inside we put a container and we put some baking soda in, and then we pour in some vinegar, and then the volcano explodes.
Time to head to the beach, but we sure got a full car full of relatives, full of family, so that's okay. This is your first time touching an ocean, huh?
Yes, it is.
What do you think?
I think it's fun. It's so clear, you can see. This isn't like the Missouri River where you can't see.
The water's super clear here, huh? Yeah.
What are you filming her with that white stuff all over her?
Yeah, she's like a ghost now. How you like this food?
It is a feast.
Yeah, this is more food than I anticipated. That pork thing, that baked pork, is my favorite. It's one of the best things I've ever tasted in my life. We have to make a stop because Imabel has to get some smoked fish, one of the specialties of this town.
In Kuala is called hasa. This is the smoked fish. What tinapa? They put in a vacuumized bag so it doesn't smell. You can bring it outside.
It smells like
Girls use that.
Oh, I see. There's a cupboard there too. How long do you cook it?
Gaano kaihapon, no?
Yeah.
That's the kind of fish that Travis likes compared to the other kind.
Thank you.
Here's how you play concentration, which I think is what she's trying to play. This is a memory game. Try to
Dad's
remember where
teaching
the cards
card
are.
games to the
Okay,
girls.
what we do is
While Imabel
kneel them out,
photographs
spread
it.
them all around. We gotta lay this here. Now turn over one more card, any one you want. Turn over another one. Okay, now you got to turn them back because they don't match. Now Diane goes.
That's an ace and that's a two.
Oh, hey, you're not supposed to mix them up after you turn around. She's cheating over here. Oh,
got
see,
the two.
so she gets to keep that, and it's still her turn. Okay, lay it down. No, don't move them. No, you want to leave them where they are. Now find the other two.
It's okay, you can take it here.
I'll take them off.
It's okay, it's okay. It was easy for me to do it.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to him. I'll just.
Just
Mrs. Diane, Miss Bianca, Dr. Yan,
I know it.
Uncle Ayo, and the
This is your
Inday.
uncle, your mother's brother.
Yeah, older brother.
Nice tile.
Yeah, nice house.
Yeah, nice setup. Yes, first time this side of the ocean.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful
I wanted to come here for a long time.
She's my cousin, Marilyn.
Hi, Marilyn.
Oh, the uncle is asking what would you like to eat or drink?
We are
Her
fine.
mom was making something.
Yeah. We can, okay lang uncle. Thank you, Kai. We'll go
He wouldn't
back.
have
What
what
do you
I-
got?
See, I was gonna say
For refusing.
he wouldn't have what we would order anyways, a bacon and cheeseburger. He doesn't have that.
Yeah.
What do you think this is? A restaurant? No.
God bless.
This is how you get to the airport in this town.
Say hi, babe. Wave your hand.
You gotta film.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I will not let you let me down. I will not let you let me down.
I think this is the best trip so far, to see my family and to spend time with your family together.
We love coming to this area. It's one of our most memorable memories that we will have for all the future.
Yes, it's the biggest trip we've taken in our life so far. First time across the ocean. And seen a lot of different things. Some real highlights of some of the people we've met.
This is my final climb, and I will not let you let me down. I will not let you let me down.
It's going to be a mini family reunion this morning because Imabel's brother is going to greet us at the airport. Hey,
This is
good to
Jihad.
see you.
This is
Hi, Gary.
Dr. Gary Kraft, Mrs. Diane. Nice to meet you.
You're almost as tall as Travis. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Well, they're tall. All my brothers are tall. I'm the shortest.
Your other
How's your stay in the Philippines?
Oh, great, great. Travis played very little basketball.
I think Travis like UFC.
Yeah, exactly.
Travis, take care.
Okay, bye, Jihad.
Mom, Dad.
I just hope to spend time, but I have to go.
It has to be so short.
Yeah, he
I
said
have
he
to
want
go
to
to work.
spend more time, but
Yeah.
he just has work.
When a life's evil, so you gotta do it.
Thank you. Take care.
Japanese occupied Philippines. Without the American, we are still slave.
You probably saw some of the aftermath. You weren't there during the actual war, but you saw some of the effects of it because you were born close enough to the aftermath.
Well, it's nice to know that you appreciate the USA. USA is not perfect, but
no, not by any means.
We have done some good things around the world.
Because if they are rich people, politician here, if you have problem, you go to USA. Don't forget the problem. No doubt. Tama. But there's no place like home.
Yeah, there's no place like home.
That's
if you're
my
from
belief.
here, you're probably going to want to come back here at least to
Like me,
visit.
all my 5 kids married. I have already 16 grandchildren.
Oh my stars.
Wow, 16 grandchildren.
Only few, very
We
few,
only got
very
3.
few.
We only got 3, but we're working on getting some more.
And very few.
And hopefully someone will have some Filipino blood in him.
We took Mom and Dad to UST because this is where Imabel graduated from. Founded 1611.
This is it right here. This guy can't get through. There he goes. For a few feet.
I took my parents to one of my favorite places in all of Manila, Quiapo. And the reason I like this place so much is I just think it's an interesting cultural mix.
Bella, huh? Another black dress.
Do you like these outfits, Dad?
Yeah, this would look good on Imabella if it fit. Because she's got a small waist. She cinches this up. She's pretty.
Mekano ang dress?
Magkano daw?
800.
800.
Oh.
Last price?
7.
7. Well, I just got you 100 peso discount. That's pretty good. What do you think of this place? You haven't seen very much of it, but what do you think of it?
Too crowded. Too many people. Too much going on.
Yeah, but it's kind of fun to watch that though. Like, and watch what they look at what they sell, the merchandise.
It's very different.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys. All right.
See you. See you again.
Absolutely.
Take one of them home, put it in
They can detect it.
put it on my carry-on bay. It'd get an x-ray. They'd see it in there. It'd go through the x-ray thing. My mama's nursing over there and she's a little thin. Man, she's got, what, 3 other ones over there that are nursing. God, these are cute little cats, but they're so thin.
Yeah, so weak.
Yeah. I don't suppose they have a
They
long
can still
life.
get fat if you feed
It's
them
got to be
well.
tough to live on the street, whether you're a human
Yeah.
or an animal, huh?
So it's my parents' last day here. They've seen the whole gambit of nice and not so nice and everything in between. And I'm sure they had a great experience while they've been here.
It's just one more reason to come back.
Yeah.
Exactly. Are you guys pleased with your experience here?
Yes,
Yes.
very pleased.
Did I do a good job with you?
Imabel did a better job.
We both did a good job.
Together as a team, they
Yeah.
pulled off a good job.
This is pretty interesting. There's all these older forms of communication here that they have in this like little kind of almost like a museum type thing. But you know, the thing that fascinates me the most is the camera. Look at this old thing. Pretty cool looking though. Look at this old computer. I don't think I could make my videos for you guys on this thing.
It's my cousin, Madonna.
Hi.
I call her Donna. Yeah. She's She's the
Your
youngest.
parents?
Yep, my
Yes.
parents.
Nice meeting you.
Dr. Gary Kaufman.
Do
is
you
the
work
youngest.
here?
Yeah. This is our
Is this
office.
the University of Philippines?
The
Is that
campus.
where we are?
This is the building of the University of the Philippines. We're just renting here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the campus is there.
Yeah.
Our town's about 80,000, and then we have another town across the river that's what, 30,000 or whatever.
So if you have a booming industry right now,
Yeah,
do
it's-
you create job opportunities?
Oh, there's all kinds of them. I've never, when I grew up, there were, you know, like when you were a high school kid and you wanted a summer job, a lot of kids didn't get summer jobs. You had to worry, because we only had a couple of restaurants. Now we got plenty of, a teenager or anybody else right now can get a job like nothing. There's help wanted outside. There's now hiring, or they'll put down even what they're paying. You know, there's one sign down near the bus company, $25 an hour. Yeah, that stuff I was telling you, I said they should be teaching our kids in school so that they do that.
Yeah.
That should be taught in the schools.
Yeah, that's true. Travis, bye.
Imabel's grandmother was actually in the Philippines and lived here under Japanese rule. So she's had a colorful, interesting life.
They had to hide
Yeah.
in the jungle and use, you know, like just the kind of
Use whatever they
leaf
could to
for
survive.
shampoo or soap. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They had a house, but when people would say, oh, the Japanese are coming, so they would have to go somewhere else, like wherever they would not be seen. And then her father also became a mayor. I don't know when, but
After the war.
maybe after the war, yeah. And then her father, I think, or the grandfather, came from Macau because they're Chinese.
Okay.
So we still, I guess I still have Chinese blood.
He's in his cage. He's excited.
Visitors.
Company's coming.
Are you excited?
Here's Lola. I call her Lola Eileen, Grandma Eileen.
Grandma Eileen.
This is Travis's mom, Mrs. Diane Kraft. Diane.
Nice to meet you.
And Travis's father, Dr. Gary Kraft. Her first name is Felisa.
Felisa.
Yeah, but we call Felisa Lim Shego.
Felisa Lim Shego.
I told them that you were still a kid during the Japanese occupation.
Yes, I was.
Yes. How old were you then, La?
11 years old.
11. Okay.
When the war broke out, 1941, I was 11 years old at the time.
And
We
you
suffered so much.
and you had to go into the jungle and live when they came.
Yes, daughter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi.
okay.
She's the youngest
sister of your mother.
Okay.
You know I have 8 living children now.
Okay.
2 boys, 6 girls.
Thank you for the pineapple. It was delicious. I would have eaten more, but I didn't want to eat up all your pineapple.
Bye, La.
Thank you for coming out.
Oh, thank you
Nice
for
to meet you
having
guys.
us. And you are so cute.
You calm down now? Yeah, he's calmed down. You calm down now, buddy?
Simple joy.
That's true.
How would you like to go swimming? Should we take off our clothes and jump in there naked with them? In that dirty river?
I like to swim in the river, but this is not clean enough for me, I don't think. Looks like they found the deep spot though to play. Seem to be having a good time.
It's kind of spur of the moment, but Dad's buying Imabel a bunch of new clothes. But she's overdue for new clothes, so I'm happy about it. See ya. Turn around.
She looks great, right? That looks great on her.
Looks good.
Okay.
You look like you're ready for the beauty pageant.
Kuya, oo.
I can take this.
Hindi namin kasi alam na may bayad din. Kaya hindi ko namin alam, sorry po Sana po sinabi nyo agad. Ito po kunin na lang yan. Dad, you can just go in. We didn't know that we have to pay for that. They should have said something.
Pay for what?
Just the porter.
They kind of trick you into using their service. That's shady.
Okay. Well, answer here.
I'll be right back. You should have said something before that you charge for that.
Yes, sir.
Because
It's
you
okay,
made it
sir, no.
seem like it's free,
Yeah,
and
it's-
then after you do it, you say you have
It's okay,
to
no
pay.
problem, sir. It's okay very much. So, it's okay, no problem, sir.
Yeah, it's a little dishonest. That's what I
sir.
thought.
Yeah, it's okay, no problem.
So,
Yeah, it's okay, sir.
okay.
Yeah.
So definitely be aware of that when you're at the airport. When you're at the airport, be aware of these guys coming up so aggressively, and they kind of make you think that it's free, but then, then they say, oh, there's a fee for it, He made it look like he's an airline employee, and he's very aggressive. I didn't like that. And this is the kind of thing that people come to the Philippines as tourists, like my parents. It's my first time here, and when people don't treat them right, it doesn't leave a good mark. It's not good for tourism. It doesn't reflect well on the country. It doesn't reflect well on the people. These type of things, when people just try and take advantage of others like that. That's why I don't want my parents in the airport by themselves, not being experienced to this. And there's a lot of shady people hanging out in this airport that will just try and take advantage of you, and even me, it's confusing. I'm very experienced here, but I don't want to complain about things. I just want to focus on my parents right now. I was so busy recording video for you guys because I want to alert you about that, but now I lost my family and I don't have a cell phone on me. I have no idea where they are.
We're not allowed here. I just talked to the guard.
I guess we're not supposed to be allowed here, but Imabel worked her magic and got us in anyways. She got us special privileges, huh? Imabel has her magic that she works to get things done. That's the kind of person Imabel is. She just gets things done. So I would say she's a pretty good person to have in your corner.
When I flew out of Detroit, when I came down there to visit you, the baggage handler there is hitting your bags are included with your ticket, but he's standing there with a stack of bills, and he tells me, don't forget your baggage handler, But I tipped him only because I know my bag would end up somewhere else. And it wouldn't have been that big deal because I'd have called the airline and say, hey, you didn't get my bag. Then he'd be costing his company money when they have to retrieve my bag because I was on the way home. So if my bag would have been late, I got stuff at home, wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But if you sure wouldn't want to do that at home, but then at home, the baggage handlers don't charge you to load your bags on the plane.
We have no baggage.
That's in with your ticket. You don't pay them extra to load your bags. You're allowed these bags, but it kind of ticked me off that they stand there and
it might block.
Con people out of money to load your bags, which is their job. I felt like saying to the guy, okay, but let me get your name and stuff because I'm with the IRS and I want to tell my local buddy I was down here visiting to make sure we want to check on that because you need to file on that, buddy. Because he had a stack of bills like this in his hand. I'm going, he probably makes more money. I'll bet you that guy makes more money hitting people up for money than his salary. Because like I said, he had a stack of bills that high in his hand. And I thought, God, at the end of the day, I wonder if he pays taxes on any of that. Because I'll bet he don't get paid that much in his regular check. What a racket. And if he doesn't claim it, which I'm sure he probably doesn't, why, look at all the money that guy. That's a good paying job when you can do that. But it just kind of, because in Bismarck, there's not a guy standing there hitting you up for money. I guess I could have gone in and checked my bags, but
not being I haven't
They
flown.
kind of pressure you though, so you don't
Yeah.
really know.
Yeah, well, it's
They take
exactly. I
advantage
was
of you.
standing there because it's like, okay, you know,
They make it seem
give
like
me
you
this
have to,
money
like-
or I'll send your bag to Timbuktu, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have my buddy inside open it up and steal your camera or something
He
or
was
whatever you got
saying,
in there.
like,
You don't
he
know.
was-
That's what I say, if you don't tip them.
Yeah.
He said something like, "Oh, because you
I
can
felt like-
only passengers can get inside."
I
said,
felt like
it's okay,
when
they
I got
can get
back
inside
over-
alone. Yeah, I said they could do it on their own.
He didn't do anything for us that we couldn't have easily done ourselves.
Well,
he
I
just
get-
pricked us and was
He
dishonest.
was so quick that I couldn't
Where was
stop
this
him
at?
anymore because he was
right
already
outside.
Oh, this
was
guy here?
already-
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
well,
was already.
well, we could have took our bags off, I guess. I thought he was bringing us a cart, but
I
They
know
should have
he
been
was so
upfront
quick.
about what they're doing. It's
Yeah.
really dishonest.
well,
to do
for
what
us
he
though,
did.
he probably don't speak the language. And
Or maybe
we wouldn't
he
know
really
anyway.
thought that you could
No,
just
he's
pay
intentionally
anything
wanting to
because
like.
you're American.
Yeah, or he's like, they're Americans. They
Yeah.
just. But like, I'm sure they do that to everyone, especially foreigners, because they know they can kind of trick them easily.
Now is we got to go in there and we don't speak the language.
It's okay.
You
They
know what I
say
mean?
what
And
English
if
enough that
something,
we
if
can
you
get
needed
by.
help in some way, how do you ask for it when you don't speak?
Someone will be there that speaks English.
Yeah.
that
I
helps
wouldn't
you.
understand what they're saying, and they wouldn't understand my question, and I wouldn't.
You just tell them you don't understand.
If
Yeah.
I would need something, you know.
Or you
If
just
someone doesn't speak English well enough, just ask someone else. You'll find
You
someone.
know, it's like when Travis came
Yeah.
home that day. You know, what if you had to go to the bathroom bad and you wanted to ask where are the bathrooms? You know, and you had to go really bad like that, and nobody could tell you. You know,
You look for the sign.
you didn't have time to fool around.
here they call it CR
CR.
for like a
Comfort
bathroom or
rooms.
restroom. Yeah.
Comfort.
Yeah. Then you get to the United
Yeah.
States.
I need the
and
comfort
it's a
room because I'm getting rather uncomfortable.
Did you guys have fun here?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
money well spent.
Well, let's give them a hug and then we got to get going here.
Yeah.
So,
Mom.
thank you. I love you. What's going on?
Take care of my baby. Or
Yeah.
make them happy. I hope
Welcome
he
to
makes
the
you happy.
family.
And I hope some of that craft,
Yes,
craft
we love you
stubbornness,
too.
He doesn't hurt your feelings too often with that craft stubbornness. Like you made me
here.
late. I got him on film kissing your daughter.
God
Where's
bless.
the lipstick on my cheek? You got lipstick on. You
I don't
can-
have lipstick anymore.
I don't get a nice lip print. I don't get a nice lip print on my cheek. I wanted to go through security
gonna
with
start
lips
crying.
on my cheek. You know,
No more lipstick.
Here, you
Hug
take
dad
one.
and mom.
I hugged him first the day he was born, and I'm not quitting. I don't see any reason to quit.
Yeah.
So now he'd probably throw me around if we were to try to wrestle.
Thank you for all you've done for us.
We'll be looking forward to get those. I'm looking forward to showing you off to the family. So
Okay. God bless your
Bye.
trip,
Yeah.
Mom, Dad.
All right. Have a good trip.
Yes.
We'll see you.
We'll email you.
Come
when
see
we
us
get
again
home.
Yeah.
soon.
well, we might have to have you come our way.
Okay, we'll come your way next time. Amabelle's a bit teary-eyed at saying goodbye. It was kind of hard to say goodbye, huh? She can't speak right now. She's a little bit emotional because I haven't seen my parents in 4 years, I guess, since 2011. And this is Amabelle's first time meeting them. And she really had a good time. We had the time of our lives.
Yep.
My parents, me, Amabelle. I would say this whole experience has been the best time of our lives for all of us, not just for my parents, but also for me and Amabelle. This has definitely been the best time of my life.
I'm just thankful. It was such an awesome blessing for the entire family. Hope you're enjoying the videos and hope you're enjoying your time with your families. Family is so precious.
So my parents are now gone, and I know that you guys really enjoyed their experience here. Not as much as I enjoyed it, of course, but don't worry. Yesterday, on their last day, I shot some in-depth interviews about them and their experiences here, and I'm going to enjoy sharing it with you, so be sure to check that out.